To be up and rising every day represents more than waking up from bed. It epitomizes the spirit of embracing life and grasping opportunities for new things. Getting up is actually very profound because it sets everything in motion for everything that will be done during the course of the day. Morning presents us with a clean slate where we are given the chance to redefine our paths, challenges, and steps towards our aspirations. Be intentional in the beginning of your day. Upon waking, set the tone by acknowledging gratitude for the new day. This fosters a mindset change that can dramatically shift one's mood and give life to a sense of direction. Many people fall into routine whereby mornings are lost in the repetition. But by acknowledging the potential that lies in each day, you begin to arm yourself with experience. Getting up physically also involves getting out of the body and the mind. This means more than standing up. It involves invigorating the body and mind. Whether it's a stretch, a meditation session, or a bridged workout, getting that blood flowing is one way to help brighten the mood and get that energy going. Exercise releases endorphins, which are essential in combating fatigue and lifting the spirits. Even a short walk can stimulate creativity and improve mental clarity, making you feel more focused and ready to tackle the day. It's good to start with setting a morning routine, which helps you connect your personal goals and values to get the right motivation. You could include such habits as hydrating, nourishment, and mindfulness in your morning routine. Drinking 1 glass of water upon waking revives your metabolism, and thus you hydrate after hours spent asleep. Then a healthy, balanced breakfast boosts your energy in both the body and the brain for tackling issues that face you. Mindfulness is equally powerful. Only a few minutes of meditation or deep breathing may help center your mind, preparing you for whatever the next day brings. This practice urges you to live in the moment, reducing anxiety and fostering clarity. Leaving behind the day's worries leaves mental space for fresh ideas and opportunities. Getting up also requires a mental adjustment. Sometimes external factors weigh heavily on us, making the act of rising feel burdensome. Recognizing these feelings is the first step toward addressing them. Instead of allowing negativity or stress to dictate your day, practice reframing those thoughts. For example, view obstacles as challenges that can enhance your resilience and skill. Each encounter provides a learning opportunity, reinforcing the notion that growth often comes from discomfort. Yet there is a little of your environment itself. The whole place must become empty and tidy. Clutter is seen as an equal competitor for mind share. In your efforts to stay organized and focused, make room for inspirational and motivational messages of hope that create a positive workspace and living environment by putting inspirational posters, quotes, or inspiring photos and other interesting items in them to surround yourself by. This approach creates an atmosphere conducive to productivity and positivity, encouraging you to get up and engage with your objectives wholeheartedly. Establishing positive habits around rising can also transform your mornings. Try setting a consistent wake-up time, even on weekends. Creating a sleep routine that ensures adequate rest enhances your ability to rise feeling energized and motivated. Gradually adjusting your sleep schedule allows your body to adapt, making it easier to wake up and seize the day. It's remarkable how a well-rested mind can significantly enhance creativity, decision-making, and overall mood. Responsibility can be a good motivator in rising and acting. When you share your goals with a friend or mentor, it helps because responsibility will tend to come about more clearly. Once you have someone who shares in your aspirations, they serve as a kind of catalyst to inspire action. Discussing your aims may sharpen your vision further and make you more determined to get up and act. You become empowered to rise with enthusiasm through embracing the attitude of lifelong learning. Each day comes as a new opportunity to acquire new skills or knowledge, thereby enriching personal and professional growth. Approach each day with curiosity and a willingness to explore new avenues. This can make rising exciting and lead you to innovative solutions to problems that may come your way. Lastly, think of the bigger picture. Think about what you want in life long term. When you understand what you're working for, it grounds your daily actions in something meaningful. This gives you resilience when things don't go as planned. On the hard days, remind yourself why you started and envision the rewards that come from your efforts. During these challenging mornings when you need a boost in motivation, just use various inspirations, read the motivational books and listen to your inspirational podcasts or see speeches from motivational people. Through this, sparks may be reignited to renew you into facing the new day. One must be reminded through stories of overcoming people that staying strong and hanging in there indeed brings success. Language also molds your mindset. The words you say to yourself in your self-talk will either motivate you or demote you. So start the day by repeating affirmations that feel good for you. Such phrases as, I am capable, today I will make progress, or I have the strength to face anything, can change your perspective. With time, these affirmations become part of your belief system, strengthening your ability to rise and act. Moreover, planning could be a cue for your morning. A to-do list or a schedule can reduce decision fatigue when you have everything streamlined. Knowing what you need to accomplish allows you to prioritize better and focus energy on the right actions. Not included in that planning should be breaks and moments of self-care, as there is a strong need to ensure that you balance hard work with relaxation so that you won't burn out during the day. Finally, always surround yourself with positive influences. The people you go around with often have a profound effect on why you want to get up and do something in the first place. Having supportive relationships with those that inspire you breeds an environment for mutual support. Share your challenge and victory to create an encouraging atmosphere that will pump up your urge to do whatever it is you're looking to do. In sum, getting up every morning is a multifaceted exercise that combines intention and physical movement with the right surrounding environment. A positive attitude, fostering routines, and finding motivation will make the base rock solid. From that moment of standing up, enormous opportunity stretches before you, waiting to be taken for great leaps forward. It's a practice that is far more than mere goal setting, and in the setting of intentions, one taps deep into the self, clarifies desires, and sets a roadmap for actions. It gives a framework for each day with explicit beginnings and absorbsly benefits productivity, but also serves at times with your overall wellness. You would actually be focusing on ensuring all that you do aligns perfectly with values and aspirations. At its core, it requires self-reflection with setting intentions. Before you start going into the day, take a moment to pause and think about what you really want to achieve. This reflection may help you find out about your motivations and define your priorities. Reflecting on questions such as, what is important to me today? Or, what do I want to cultivate in my life? You can start to define specific intentions that resonate with your authentic self. This self-awareness serves as a compass, guiding your decisions and actions throughout the day. Intentions differ from goals in significant ways. While goals often focus on tangible achievements or outcomes, like completing a project, reaching a fitness milestone, or acquiring a skill, intentions are more about the mindset and state of being you wish to cultivate. For example, it may be something as simple as patience, gratitude, or balance. In this distinction lies the important role of how intentions can actually help guide the process, and not only be fixed on outcomes that sometimes get too overwhelming to think about. This may seem too trivial an action to impact setting effective intentions. To incorporate intention into your day, it could be a wonderful thing to try beginning the day with a very brief ritual designed specifically for intentions. That is, through meditation or journaling, or perhaps some deep breathing, just to connect more clearly to the present. When you listen to your mind and emotions better, you are more capable of formulating intentions in concrete words. When you express your intention, you phrased it positively. For instance, instead of saying what you don't want to face or eliminate, such as, I don't want to feel stressed, you have expressed the intention in a positive manner by saying, I intend to cultivate calmness and focus today. This way of speaking has a more empowering effect and encourages you to take appropriate actions to manifest those qualities. Be specific and actionable. I want to be more productive is a vague statement that can be challenging to measure. Consider breaking down your intentions into concrete actions. For example, you might intend to work for focused blocks of time with regular breaks. That kind of specificity brings clarity and helps you stay on track. A great way to make your intentions stick is to write them down. Journaling not only cements your commitments, but also allows you to refer back to them as the day goes on. Create a dedicated intention journal where you can jot down your thoughts each morning. This practice becomes a tangible reminder of what you are striving for and fosters accountability. You may even reflect during the evening time about your intents to understand how these intentions have governed your behavior and responses in the whole day. Incorporating visualization techniques can be beneficial for the intention-setting practice. Visualization involves the process of creating a mental picture of what you would look like in terms of having your intentions met, including the feelings associated with such success. For instance, if your intention is to come into work feeling creative, you may want to take time visualizing yourself completely immersed and inspired so the excitement and satisfaction build up within you. Mental imagery can be an incredibly strong motivator to push toward fulfillment. Moreover, approaching your day with a sense of openness and flexibility is essential. While setting intentions provides structure, it's crucial to remain adaptable. Life can be unpredictable and circumstances may alter your plans. When this happens, remember that intention setting is an ongoing practice. If your day shifts unexpectedly, take a moment to reassess and recalibrate your intentions as needed. This flexibility helps you develop resilience and stay in line with your core values, despite the circumstances around you. Sharing your intentions with a close friend or mentor could encourage you to work toward achieving the desired ends and can motivate you in following up and not straying. Discussing what you aim to do brings in an element of accountability. With others aware of what you plan on doing, the prospect of staying accountable helps keep you grounded. Suggest a scheduled routine review, discussing challenges as well as positive points to foster better open discussion. It profoundly influences mindfulness because with the right approach to your day, with an intention, you create an elevated sense of the thought process and feeling within your activities. Such mindfulness enables a closer bond with the present moment, so that you become totally absorbed in whatever you experience. As your connection with the intention increases, you realize how the intention guides you to react in various situations or in decision-making processes. Reflection, added to intention setting, increases the effectiveness of setting intentions. After the end of the day, take a few minutes and reflect on the way you operated your intentions. Did you possess the qualities you wanted to enhance? What issues did you come across and how did you resolve them? Through reflection on experience, you come to know what has gone right and wrong, thereby enhancing your intentions. This creates a positive feedback loop for growth and development, thus promoting the positive influence of your practice. Intentions also work as effective motivators during hard times. You can refer to your intentions whenever you're confronted with hurdles or failures, and use them as a source of strength. In the same vein, reminding yourself of the attitude you want to acquire helps you pass through difficult situations graciously and resiliently. Suppose you want to develop a growth mindset to approach problems. You may resort to the belief in overcoming difficulties instead of becoming overwhelmed by them. Further, consider the larger context of your intentions. When you define your daily intentions, think about how they fit into your larger life goals. Connecting your daily actions to your overarching aspirations provides a sense of coherence and purpose. For example, if you wish to nurture a creative practice in your life, reflect on how your daily actions contribute to that vision. This relationship increases the importance of your intention and further cements your commitment to it. Moments of uncertainty or self-doubt call for rechecking the intentions that were set, so that one feels anchored in the purpose. They are reminders in gentle form about who one is and what he values. During hard days, remember that it's not perfect. It's about moving forward and developing, and it makes one enter the day with a lot of grace, knowing one is constantly learning and developing. It also brings a culture of self-compassion in the act of setting intentions. Understand that not every day will go as planned, and that is okay. Life is a journey of ups and downs. Setting intentions helps you cultivate a mindset of patience and self-kindness so you can face challenges without harsh self-judgment. It is a small, simple, yet highly potent practice. Embracing the art of setting intentions empowers you to own your life. That small action makes your daily approaches toward living, thinking, and behaving in alignment with who you want to be. It allows you to live authentically, genuinely. You act according to the principles that hold your heart and create a guiding force within you toward fulfillment, growth, and connection. It is a deeply personal journey to set intentions. The journey to discover what you want, formulate your intentions, and weave them into the fabric of your life develops a richer, more meaningful life. This becomes your strength and inspiration, pushing you forward with clarity and purpose as you face the complexities of life. Your intentions are your compass, guiding you toward the path of your choice. Looking at your life and the challenges it holds, it is so easy to go into this trap of looking for someone to end all that mess. People have always had the tendency to wait, to stagnate in indecision or activity, expecting that those external forces, a mentor, a partner, the government, perhaps even fate itself, will come in and get charge of the chaos. But this idea is fundamentally flawed, not just practically, but psychologically as well. Because here's the thing, no one else is coming to rescue you. It's your job to take the reins, and that's an extraordinary truth. It's what gives your life its shape and ultimately its meaning. When people shy away from responsibility, it's often because they equate it with burden. There is this old notion that responsibility is something heavy to be avoided at all costs if possible. That's a very narrow view, and it misses the whole point of responsibility. It is not the weight of doom dragging you down. It is the thing by which you rise to greatness. It's the structure that holds you together. Think of it in these terms. You are building a house. The frame, the beams, and the supports, those are your responsibilities. Without them, the house collapses. You collapse. But with them, you have a structure in which you can live. You have a home. When you accept responsibility, you are not just taking on tasks or duties. You're engaging with the world in a way that gives you purpose. Let's say you wake up in the morning and your first thought is, I don't want to deal with anything today. It's a tempting thought because staying in bed is easy, and easy feels good, at least temporarily. But what happens if you give in to that thought? What happens if you shirk your responsibilities? If you let the world move forward without you, you might feel a temporary reprieve, but the long-term sense you'll get is something much worse. You'll feel hopeless. You'll feel regret. You'll feel like you don't matter, and that is a terrible place to be. Taking responsibility for your actions, your choices, your future, that's what cuts through that. And it isn't just about you either. It's about the people surrounding you, the people you have a responsibility to, even in small measures. You may be a parent and your children are watching for guidance. Or perhaps you are part of a work team and fellow workers are watching for you to carry your weight. You may be an only child, but you still have a stake in this, to live well, to be something more than you were yesterday. And that is not a trivial thing, it's profound. You see, there's a difference between having responsibility thrust upon you and choosing it for yourself. When responsibility is forced upon you, it feels like a trap. But when you choose it for yourself, it transforms. It becomes a source of pride, of strength. Think about the people you admire, the heroes in myths and stories, or even the people in your life you admire. What do they all share? They accept responsibility. They charge forward into challenges. They say, this is mine to carry, and I will carry it. And in that, they lift themselves up. They become more than they were. Now, this is not to say that responsibility takes no effort. It doesn't. In fact, it's often incredibly hard. It requires effort, discipline, and sometimes courage. But difficulty isn't something to be avoided either. Difficulty is what makes things valuable. Imagine if everything in life were handed to you on a silver platter. Imagine if you never had to work for anything, never had to struggle, never had to grow. It might sound appealing at first, but think about what that would mean. It would mean that nothing in your life had any real significance. Because significance comes from effort. It comes from overcoming obstacles. It comes from taking responsibility. There is a psychological transformation that happens when you decide to embrace responsibility. It is as if the act of saying, "This is up to me," reshapes your entire perception of yourself. You are no longer a passive participant in your own life. You no longer wait for someone else to determine your future. You are in the driver's seat, and that is a powerful spot. It is also a place of huge accountability, because when you take control, you can't blame anyone else for your failures. You cannot point fingers or make excuses. But that is a good thing, because it means you also own your successes. You get to look at what you've accomplished and say, "I did that. That was me." People often underestimate how much they're capable of handling. They think, "I can't do that. It's too much. It's too hard." But the truth is, you're stronger than you think. Humans are remarkably resilient creatures. We've evolved to face adversity, to solve problems, to carry heavy loads, both physically and metaphorically. And the more you carry, the stronger you become. That's one of the paradoxes of responsibility. It feels heavy at first, but over time it builds you up. It makes you capable of carrying even more. And with that capability comes confidence. Not arrogance, but genuine confidence. The kind that says, "I can handle this. I've handled worse before, and I came out stronger." As a responsible person, you also give an example to the world. People may not even be aware of this, but your children, friends, and colleagues all watch you. And when they see you take charge, when they see you tackling problems and keeping on going, that inspires them. Responsibility is catching in that regard. It creates a ripple effect. Your actions affect those around you, and their actions affect others. And before you know it, you've created a culture of accountability, a culture of growth. And that's no small thing. That's how communities thrive. That's how societies move forward. So what does it mean to really take responsibility? It means looking at chaos in your life and saying, "This is mine to sort out." It means resisting the urge to shift blame or wait for someone else to fix things. It means you are in the power to make your reality more real, although not perfect. And it means that taking responsibility itself is a creative act. You're creating order out of disorder. You're creating meaning out of what might otherwise feel meaningless. And in doing so, you're creating a version of yourself that's stronger, wiser, and more capable than the one that came before. To be the hero of your own story is to embody the highest ideal of personal responsibility, courage, and transformation. This is a notion so deep within the fabric of our collective unconscious that it resonates with the human soul, reflecting an archetypal truth. We all have to deal with chaos and order, with the known and the unknown, and the hero's journey is the way we negotiate that tension and come out better, integrated, more competent, and more aligned with the transcendent good. Consider the nature of the story itself. A story is not just a series of events. It is a form that conveys meaning. In any good story, there is a protagonist, an individual with potential, confronted with a challenge, a conflict, or an obstacle. The hero does not start out as a fully realized being. No, the hero begins as someone ordinary, someone flawed, someone burdened by the limitations of their environment or the chaos of their inner world. This is crucial to understand. The hero is not special because they are inherently extraordinary. They are special because they choose to confront the extraordinary. What does it mean to confront the extraordinary? It means to willingly engage with what you do not yet understand. It's to go out into the land of confusion, to encounter the dragons which protect the horde of what might be possible. Now, dragons are not literal in any sense, but represent the difficulties that frighten and paralyze us. These dragons might be fear, insecurity, trauma. or even failure. The hero's journey requires you to face these head on, not because it is easy, but because the alternative, staying in the realm of the familiar, leads to stagnation and decay. To be the hero of your own story, you have to first come to the realization that you are, in fact, the protagonist of your life. This means giving up the seductive illusion that someone else will come to rescue you. No mentor, no savior, no external force can take responsibility for your existence. The essence of the hero is self-ownership, the acknowledgement that your life is yours to shape. This is not to say that guidance, support, and mentorship are unimportant either. Without them, on the contrary, the hero often encounters wise figures who provide tools, knowledge, or encouragement. But these figures can only illuminate the path. They cannot walk it for you. Let's go a little deeper into the nature of the path itself. The hero's journey is a cyclical process. It starts with a call to adventure, which is the moment you realize that you need to change. This call can come in so many ways. Maybe you are aware of the dissatisfaction in your life. Maybe you are confronted with an opportunity that requires you to grow. Or maybe it's a crisis that shakes your priorities. The call to adventure is usually painful. It derails your routine and throws you into the unknown. Most people refuse the call because it is a discomforting invitation. But every refusal has its price: the wear and tear of potential, the slow rotting of the soul. By taking the call, you enter a realm of the unknown, which is where trials and tribulations await. Trials are not something random. Rather, they are precisely the mechanisms that change you. Every obstacle that you overcome, every failure you suffer, and every lesson that you learn will form part of the scaffolding that supports your ascent. It is for this reason that the hero's journey is essentially about growth. It's not just about achieving external goals. It's about becoming the kind of person who can achieve those goals. Now, consider the role of sacrifice in the hero's journey. Every significant transformation requires the relinquishment of something old to make way for something new. This could be an outdated belief, a destructive habit, or even a comfortable but limiting way of being. Sacrifice is painful, but it is also generative. It's the price you pay for progress. In myths and legends, the hero often sacrifices something precious to obtain the boon or treasure. In life, you must do the same. You must let go of what holds you back, even if it is something you once valued, to move forward. The treasure you seek is not just material wealth or superficial success. It is deeper and more profound. It is the integration of the fragmented aspects of your being. It is the development of competence, wisdom, and virtue. It is the realization of your potential and the alignment of your life with what is meaningful and true. And here's the paradox. The treasure is not just for you. The hero's journey, while deeply personal, is ultimately in service of something greater. The hero returns to the community with the boon, using it to benefit others. This is a basic truth. Your own development is interwoven with the development of those around you. Becoming the hero of your own story inspires others to do the same, creating a ripple effect of transformation. But let's not idealize the process. The hero's journey is difficult. There will be times when you feel that you're lost in the dark, or even worse, you will find forces trying to stop you, both within and without. You will feel tempted to turn back, to succumb to mediocrity, to abandon the path. And this is where it gets tricky, because all of these represent not a deviation from the path, but a meaningful engagement with reality. It's not about perfection. It is perseverance in continuing forward into uncertainty. As one travels the journey of heroes, he has to acquire specific virtues. The foremost is courage, that is to say, acting despite fear and not the lack of it. There is no moving into unknown and no confrontation of dragons, and thus one cannot meet a true friend or face one's darkness without having such a courage. Second comes humility. Humility makes you recognize your limitations, to seek help when needed, and to learn from failure. Third is discipline. Discipline is the mechanism by which you translate intention into action. It's what keeps you moving forward step by step, even when progress seems slow. There is also the matter of vision. The hero's journey is guided by a sense of purpose, a vision of what could be. This vision serves as a North Star, orienting you amidst the chaos. But vision alone is not enough. You must also have the willingness to act, to take the first step and then the next, even if the entire path is not yet clear. Action transforms potential into reality, and it is through action that you become the hero of your story. Finally, let us consider the role of meaning. Living a meaningful life means being the hero of your own story. Meaning occurs when you are in actions that have your highest values attached to them, when you work toward goals beyond mere self-interest, and when you help the world be better. Meaning is not something that happens to you, it's something you do. And it is meaning that gives you sustenance for the trials and tribulations of the journey. Without it, life's hardships become intolerable. With it, they become bearable, even transformative. The hero's journey is not a single event. It is an ongoing process, an ongoing life activity. Each time you face a new adversity, you start another journey. And each journey transforms you for another journey, and maybe one more. And this way is the characteristic of being the hero of your own story. Striving continually, growing continually, and making yourself consistent with the highest good.